come with me. We'll talk, but no places too far. Come with me. We'll talk, but no places too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this fly with me. We'll talk, but no places too far to go. New places, new faces, yeah, new zip codes. No money, NFTs and plus crypto. Only care cash no more. Digital currency on me. Overseas we back and forth. Round trips all aboard, baby. There's room at the top. We'll save a spot for you. Can't no one limit us, so you should come with me. We'll talk, but no places too far. Come with me. We'll talk, but no places too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this fly with me. We'll talk, but no places too far to go.
Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? I hope that you've had an amazing day thus far. Depending on where you are in the world, great day, great evening, good morning. Let me know who is in the virtual building with me this afternoon. Let me know who's here. Go ahead and comment. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where in the virtual building you are watching me from on this beautiful day. Listen, y'all, I am beyond excited. Y'all like, she's always excited. Yes, I am, and you should be too. Great things happen when you're excited, because being excited is synonymous with expectation, right? So if you're expecting great things happen. And so, yes, I'm excited, but I'm even more excited. I have not been this excited in a very long time, and I'm super grateful for what is taking place both in my life and to the life of so many people that are connected to me. So I see my girl Queen Tasha's in the building. Hey, Pretty Pip Society stands up. Yes, ma'am. Texas is in the building. Listen, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my intro as I always do. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled, single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that were on the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life relationship and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Les Brown, a Forex trader and investor, and I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer, and my faith is exuded in all that I do. So welcome, everybody. Now, I'm going to put this quick disclaimer out there. My amazing nanny / housekeeper is here. So if you hear some noise in the background, that's what's going on. I asked her if she wanted to be on camera. She said no. So if y'all hear some noise, excuse us. But listen, y'all, as you've seen the title of this video, I am asking you a question. Honey, did you miss it? Did you miss what just happened? See, that's the question that's going to be posed to many of you who have just been sitting on the sideline, just watching things go by, kind of not putting much attention to it because you're like, well, I don't know what that is, or I'm not paying attention, or I'm too busy with this, I'm too focused on this. The thing is this. The world is changing and evolving. And honey, if you are not a part of what's taking place, you will be left behind. Not only will you be left behind, it will be to your detriment. Now, I am not here to be the bearer of bad news. In fact, I'm here to encourage and inspire you to take action and to open up your eyes, remove the scales from your eyes, and take part of what is taking place in our world that we're currently living in. Listen, y'all, if you are not tapped into digital currency, you're left behind. If you don't know what NFTs are, you're being left behind. If you're not tapped into cryptocurrency, you're being left behind. If you are not accessing the actual currency of the world through the foreign exchange market, you are left behind. If your faith in healing and your health is not intact, you're being left behind. All of these things don't have to be. That's the beautiful part. All of those things don't have to be, because if you choose to align with the times, you will be fine. I'm going to go ahead and sip my Caprice coffee on that right quick. Y'all, this coffee is so good. I know I tell you that all the time, but it really is. You want a sample? I'll send you one. I'm going to be gracious today. I'm a little bit, extra generous today. If you want a free sample or some Caprice, inbox me, I'll get you some. But this is the thing. You have to be a part of what's going on. I was having an amazing conversation, and Tasha was there during our brunch we had on Sunday, and it was so amazing that during this brunch we had, all of the people that were sitting at our table had all these amazing conversations about investing. When I tell you it's such an amazing feeling to see people that look like me talk about investing, I mean, we were talking about NFTs, we were talking about crypto, we were talking about different stocks, dividends, EFTs, like all of that, and they looked like me. Oh, I need y'all to catch that. I need y'all to catch that. Hey, Queen Chanel, it was so good meeting you last weekend. I need y'all to catch that. Because for those of you that are not aware, there's a huge wealth gap in the Black and colored communities, okay? In fact, over 59% of Black women have absolutely no investments at all. Do you hear that? 59% of women of color, Black women to be in particular, have never had any form of investment. 49% of Latino women have had no type of investments. So when I sat at that table, and so one Black gentleman, or two Black gentlemen, and three Black women speaking on investing, listen, honey, my whole spirit was ignited, because that is the intention and the mission of the Royal Pretty Pip Society, to have both men and women of color bridge the wealth gap by having financial literacy and being able to learn a skill set in trading that no one can ever take from you, but more importantly, allowing you to live a lifestyle of pleasure, whether that's traveling, whether that's being with your children, living in the area code that you want to live in, the zip code that you want to live in. That's what we're here to do. So when we sat down last Sunday and we're eating brunch at a very beautiful, amazing, classy brunch at the Brennan's of Houston, darling, and had these conversations, this is what needs to happen for all of us, because we all understood sitting at that table that the world is changing, and that if we are not tapped into these new forms of money, what's taking place in the wealth transfer, right, all of our people will be left behind. Sips coffee on that. Now, I don't know about you, but my nature is to always be at the forefront of something. My nature is to always be on top and never beneath. My nature is to always be the first. And I wonder why that is. Well, darling, that's what the good book promises me that. The good book says that I'm the head only and never beneath, the lender and not the borrower. Hello, somebody. So if that is the case and I believe that, I cannot wait for someone else to tell me what I can and cannot do, what I can or cannot have. We quote these scriptures, but most of us don't really believe it. Because if we believed it, we would tap in and do something about it. Because if the good book also says that I have given you the power to get wealth, that means we have the ability to get it. Well, darling, why don't we have it? Because there is still that missing piece which requires us to show up. There's that missing piece that says faith without works is dead. So between prayer, between fasting, between getting all these revelations, all these prophetic visions, between that and the end result is the work. Hello. And we have to get the work, but not just the work in the physical laboring and toiling. No, we need the mental, physical, and spiritual work of understanding and being open to hear what's going on. Because this is why that good book also says, my people, look at your neighbor and type, my people perish. Why? Because of a lack of knowledge. My people don't perish because of a lack of opportunity. Oh no, that wasn't what it said. It didn't say my people perish because they look a certain way, they make a certain amount of money, they have a certain ethnicity. No. That's not what it said. It said my people perish because of a lack of knowledge. So are we going to choose to learn something new? Are we going to choose to be around the right type of people? Because I can promise you this, if you were sitting at our table, you were sitting around the right people. But not only just at our table, but if you are a part of the entire brunch as a whole, you are around the right people. Because these are people that are taking initiative for their life, both physically, taking initiative for their life, both financially, and taking initiative for their life spiritually. That is the total man. We are first a spirit that lives in a body which has a soul. And so if you're not surrounded by people that can feed your spirit, your soul, and your physical body, then what are you doing? Because I can't just be cool with you and all we talk about is nothing that's going to empower me and help me grow spiritually, help me grow financially, help me grow my. If we're not doing it, what are we doing? Let me tell you something right now, and this is why some folks probably mad with me, and it's okay. I don't talk on the phone just to talk on the phone. In fact, I don't even have time to talk on the phone. I have to schedule conversations personally. Not, I'm not even talking about business, right? I'm talking about personal relationships because of the way my life is set up. So you could imagine somebody else trying to just call me just to talk. We don't do that. Mm-mm. Every conversation has to be fruitful. Why is that? Because every word that we speak, we are going to be accounted for and judged by them. Hello, somebody. And so, if there is no real type of fruitfulness happening in our conversations, if we're not advancing in some sort of way, what are we doing? And I bet you, as some of you would monitor the conversations that you're having, the time that you're giving to certain conversations, you'd have a lot more time to do a lot more stuff and have a whole lot more money. Hello, somebody, a whole lot more freedom. It's so funny to me how I have people that say, well, Shrino, I just don't have the time. I'm just really busy. I don't have the time. You don't have the time, but you know every show that's on. You don't have the time, but you're on the phone the whole time. You don't have the time, but you find ways to go and do things that don't necessarily benefit you, but you don't have the time. Now, in the same regard, there are people that are very busy, right? That have professional lives, that own businesses. Perhaps they're in school and still working their full time careers. But guess what I've learned? I've learned that successful people make time for what they want. I've also learned that successful people like to be even more successful. I've learned that rich people like to get richer. And guess what that means? They make the time. Now, listen, y'all. I have a very busy schedule. Okay? I have a lot of things going on. I run a lot of different businesses. I'm a whole single mother. Okay? But I find the time, which also means I have to sacrifice a lot of time. But I do it for what I know the greater goal is. So if you're not willing to sacrifice some time to make time for the things that will advance you, your people, those you've been associated with or called to, what are you actually doing? Huh? What are you doing? See, that's what I'm talking about, Queen Tasha. Multitasking. She's cooking and taking notes all at the same time. That is called making no excuses. Making no excuses. We find a way. We find a way. And this is where the personal development is so key. Because if we're not willing to stretch the way we're thinking and we're overwhelmed by things that are not advancing us, we miss it. We have to unlearn a whole lot of stuff, y'all. I mean, we are programmed from 0 to 7 years old, and that programming creates the character, the temperament in which we become. But if we think we're just human beings and we're not human becomings, we don't take the time out to evolve, right? To really study, to grow. We think we just graduated school, we're done learning. No, we are to always be learners in this thing called life. We're always students in one area or another. I may be proficient in one thing, but I'm a novice at something else. So that means I have to always be learning. And that should be the mindset that each and every one of you have. So when you might hear things like NFTs, or you might hear cryptocurrency, you might hear Forex, you might hear that, and you're like, what the heck is that? I don't know what it is. It seems really foreign to me. All I see is charts. That looks scary. I don't know anything about investing. That does not mean you can't learn. Just because you don't know something doesn't mean you can't learn it. And so I'm here to inspire, encourage you, and maybe get on some of your nerves, right? You might not be able to say amen. You might have to say ouch, but if you say that ouch and be willing to get the work done, your whole life can change. Because what I can promise you is this, and I say this as humbly as I know how, okay? If you are connected to me in some shape or form, and you actually follow the instructions and coaching that I give you, your life will change. I promise you that. I promise you that. If you follow me, follow me, follow, y'all know I always got a song, right? If you follow me and the instructions I give you, your life will change. And that's a fact. And I can say that because I have the receipts. Everyone connected to me wins when they follow instructions and when they're consistent. But that's because I follow somebody else, right? That's the chain of life. I follow somebody else. I'm a great leader because I'm first a great follower. I don't pose to know it all. So that's why I have to make sure I'm always in rooms with people that know more than me, that can teach me, inspire me, educate me. So now I go back to those that I'm called to and help change their lives. Does that make sense? Type yes if it does. So last weekend, I was in Houston, Texas. And when I tell you that was I think that was definitely the best Houston, Texas visit I've had since I've been going. My weekend was jam packed, but it was so amazing to see what happens. Hey, Queen Lena, it's amazing to see what happens when you're planted, consistent, and you let things play itself out. When I tell you that Tava Fit, Tava Verse, Tava Worldwide, Tava International, when I tell you that they represented and showed all the way out last weekend, that's exactly what took place. It was excellence. Now, if you can probably tell, I like nice things. I love excellence. Okay. If you've worked with me before, you know I'm a stickler for excellence. And when I say that I was impressed, I was impressed. But not only was I impressed, I think moreover, I was so proud. I was so proud to see the evolution of who we've become. I am so proud to be a part and to know that I've been here from the beginning. But the beautiful thing is that we're just getting started. We're just getting started. And seeing how we've done so much in just 2.5 years, it's like, wow. Which means there is so much room for others on the outside to come on board the ark and change their lives. And what I'm most proud about is that Tava is wise enough to understand that we must evolve with the times. There are so many companies and so many people that are so stuck in their ways. This is how things have always been done. And so they want to stick to that, not realizing that the whole dang on world is changing. In fact, the industry of network marketing has totally changed. Stay trying to do it the old school way only and watch what happens. Listen, the proof is in the pudding. But when you have leaders and visionaries that you can partner with that can see a landscape far beyond where we are, that is when you know you are in the right place at the right time. I am honored and grateful to be able to partner with such dynamic leadership in Mr. Kenny E. Lloyd and Shantae Lloyd, because I get to see what vision manifested looks like. I get to see where we started from, where we are, and where we're going, and to see that they're doing exactly what they said they would do to ensure that the arc is always a safe place and always competitive in the market, to ensure that everyone wins. But not only that, to make sure that we have a lifestyle, right? We started off with Tava Lifestyle. And so that lifestyle includes being healthy. That's your number one thing. Because it doesn't matter how much money you make, if your health is jacked up, it won't do anything for anyone, including yourself. So they've proven that they have phenomenal products that have changed the lives of people literally in different parts of not only this country, but outside of this country. But now they said, let's take financial literacy to a new level. Let's now show people a skill set and tapping into the cryptocurrency market, giving them the education that they need so that way they're not left behind. Because remember, the title of this video is, did you miss it? They want to ensure that none of us have an excuse or a reason to say we've missed the wave of this financial movement. We've missed the wave of what takes place in the crypto and Bitcoin and all the other metaverse, all the digital and DeFi world that we're in. They're making sure that we don't have those excuses. But then they said, listen, we don't want you to just get fun and snatched and healthy. We don't just want you to go ahead and learn how to get into these markets and get your coins together. But we want you to go ahead and live with pleasure, darling. We want you to travel the world, but not just travel the world any kind of way. Do it in an excellent way with luxury and abundance and at a discounted rate with Tava Worldwide. They've merged two additional industries and added two divisions to what was already dynamic to truly change the lives of any and every person that chooses to take part. Now, listen, if y'all ain't moving now, I don't know what you're doing. If you are not taking advantage of all the things that I just mentioned, what are you doing? Because, we did some things with the CBD industry, right? With this amazing CBD coffee. But now to know that I can travel again, like the world is opening back up, y'all. Folks want to travel, don't they? So what if you could trade to travel or travel to trade, whichever? Because listen, as long as I have my phone, as long as I have my phone and the internet, I can make money wherever I go. This is how people are like, Sharita, well, how you here one place and how you doing this? And what are you doing? Baby, I have my phone. I have my phone and the internet. In fact, I was literally on the plane calling signals. I was literally on the plane trading. Like, literally, this is what I do. Literally. As I'm on the plane. So imagine doing that on a beach somewhere. Ooh, y'all see this? This is all I need. I got that. Okay. And my phone? What? I could be wherever I want. Wherever I want to be, whatever time, and I'm good. Why? Because I learned a skill set half a decade ago. Why? Because I've been a digital entrepreneur for over 10 years. In fact, over 12 years. So I created a lifestyle for myself over 12 years ago, being a full-time entrepreneur. And I tapped into industries that allowed me to do so to create a remote lifestyle. I don't just have a home-based business, lady. I have a phone-based business. Wherever my phone is where my business takes place. I don't know if that's something that inspires you. I don't know if you want to be on the beach somewhere making money, getting into the water, and being about your business. I don't know if you want to be somewhere in Europe and right there with Big Ben, or maybe going to the Eiffel Tower, and you know that, hey, I can still tap into currency around the world. Oh, I could go ahead and just get into this Bitcoin train real quick. I don't know if that's what inspires you. Yes, honey, recession proof. I don't know if that inspires you or not, but I would hope it would. Because, honey, if you don't see what's going on, the question again is, did you miss it? You don't have to. You don't have to. Because see, I came back like Harriet Tubman to come tell y'all. I came back to get you under this Underground Railroad and bring you to freedom. I really did. I really did. I really did. People are like, well, Sheree, are you still trading? Ask the people in my group. They knew I didn't stop because they were part of it. But I warned you all when I would stop being public about it on these platforms. And now I'm back. And so now this is your time, honey, to tap in. Did you not see the theme song and the video I played at the beginning of this video? The amazing new theme song by Alex from Tava's own CEO's son. Did y'all not see that? Did you see the NFTs? Did you see the yachts? Did you see the amazing crypto? Like all of that, y'all, all of that, and the getting snatched. I want you to picture this for a minute, right? And this is especially for those of you that are entrepreneurs or entrepreneurial minded. Imagine you have 3 different markets and you put them together. How does that work? So the summer is coming up, right? And we know that the summer bodies are created when? Right now. Summer bodies are created now. But in the summertime, what also is something that's totally blown up? Well, people travel. They go on vacation during the summer, right? Now, what if you were able to help people get snatched before their vacation because you have amazing products, but not only are you able to get them physically ready for their vacations, but now you're able to help them create a whole budget for their vacation trading, right? Trading the cryptocurrency market, trading the forex market. So now they've created an income and a budget just to trade. I'm sorry, just to go on traveling, right? For their vacation. But not only that, you now also allow for them to get discounts on their vacations. Come on now, put your entrepreneurial hat on, darling. If you were able to help them get snatched for the vacation, create the vacation for them, have them lose the weight, and be able to go on vacation and make them money to go on vacation, tell me that is not the perfect avatar. You become the one-stop shop for everything amazing for that person. Ching, ching, ching. I hope y'all are sharing this video because you could bless somebody on your timeline. That is the perfect match. A match made in heaven, if you will. In fact, it really is, because y'all, I've been praying. I've been praying, and my prayers literally have been answered. Y'all. Ooh, child, let me drink my Caprice coffee real quick. These are the opportunities that you have when partnering with myself or any of the other amazing Royal Pips and the Royal Pretty Pip Society members. This is what you have access to. You have access to amazing information, the ability to copy and paste my trades. So that way, as you learn how to trade, or maybe you don't want to know how to trade, it doesn't matter. You can still make money by pushing a couple of buttons on the phone when I tell you to do so. And then you can have amazing products to help you keep healthy, lose weight, feel amazing, and then now travel the world at a great discount. But yeah, I'm going to come back and share more about that travel with you, because I've been traveling and trading for a long time. But guess what? I didn't have a discount when I was traveling. I created the travel budget through trading, but I didn't have no discounts. But now, you mean to tell me I have discounts? I mean, really, really good discounts without having a membership. How about that? Let's pause real quick on that. I don't even need a membership to have these great travel discounts. Ooh, some folks gonna get mad at me. I don't even need to be a member of any type of group. No monthly fees. I buy my one, choice of packages for my discounts, and whenever I want them, I can just go ahead and reserve my travel with discounts. Yes, honey. You surely can. So listen, y'all. I came here to make sure that you didn't miss it. I came here to make sure that you had all of the information necessary, or the opportunity to get the information necessary to change your life, both physically, financially, and pleasurably. Because remember, for those of you that don't know, the Pretty Pip Society is amazing. And, our word PIPS is also two different acronyms. One of the acronyms is passive income, purpose, and self-care. So let's break that down for a moment. We're going to show you how to make money in your sleep. That's what that passive income is, right? You do something once and it continues to bring you residuals. But then we're also going to make sure that you have the ability to live out your purpose. That's what everything's about. I am here to ensure that those that have been assigned to me can live out their God-given purpose while creating wealth. That's what I do. But then self-care. That's where your health and wellness comes in. That's when you have the right products to help you get there, but also the mental self-care, the personal development that's needed to help you to grow. That's where that comes in, right? But then in addition to that, the other acronym for PIPS is portfolio investments, pleasure, and spirituality. We're going to make sure that you diversify your financial portfolio. You have access to tapping into multiple industries so that way your money is diversified, never in one place. And that's one of the things we were talking about at our brunch table on Sunday. We're talking about diversifying your money. And one of the gentlemen at the table asked, where should I put my money if I don't want to just keep it at the bank? And we went on to share many different ways for them to diversify their money, different industries that they could diversify their money in. That's what you would believe in. Wealth creation is done by having a financial portfolio that's diversified, not all your money in one place. And so in the Royal Society, we teach you how to do that, and eventually have other experts from the financial world to come and show you how to protect your money. That's the other thing. You got to learn how money works, But then you had to learn how to protect it, right? Learn how it works, you grow it. How do we protect it? How do the wealthy do that, right? What are the different ways and how they do that? There always seem to be tax less and all that. There's a game to it, right? So we have to show you how to do that. But then, of course, spirituality. We are big on spirituality because we are first spirit. Before we are a soul, before we have this body, we are first a spirit. We are God in the flesh, right? We are his extension. We are God's, just like his word declares. And so we come back to our spirituality, growing spiritually to know who we are first. And then everything else comes together. That is what the Royal Pip Society and the Royal Pretty Pip Society is all about. It's like a sorority fraternity, if you will, right? Coming to ensure that we give our people the ability to bridge the wealth gap and live a lifestyle that truly is like a movie, a lifestyle that's been promised to them, right? That abundant life that Jesus said you could have. Yeah, we want you to have it. And so listen, I gotta go. I might be back later. I don't know, but this is the time for you to literally tap in because I want to show you something. And listen, y'all, when I talk to you, I need you to know that I'm speaking to you as humbly as I know how. Y'all know I'm very animated and I like to have fun, but I'm real, okay? And I'm going to show you something because literally I was looking at this and I was so excited to see how things are evolving and a lot of people that are being helped by partnering with what it is that I'm doing. So I want to share my screen real quick so you guys can see this because when you are tapped in and you are associated with people that are winning, what do you think takes place? You start to win. There is something called the law of association. And with the law of association, whatever you are associated with, you will take part in that, right? And so right now, I want you all to pay attention to the screen. And hopefully I can make it bigger so y'all can see this, okay? So this is the company newsletter. And I happened to check and I saw that your girl was on there not just once, but twice. Okay? Not once, but twice. But what I like and what I'm more proud of is that not only was I on there, but I had another Royal Pretty Pip Society member on there as well. Shout out to Queen Tiffany Malloy. And so this is the thing, y'all. This is the thing. You want to make sure that you are tapped in. And so the only way to do that is by reaching out to me, by inboxing me on Facebook. Make sure that you go ahead and find me if you're watching from YouTube, or if you're watching from YouTube, you can go ahead and email me at sharitaleon@gmail.com and get started. Or if this was shared with you from one of the Royal Pretty Pip Society members, make sure you contact them and become a part of the amazing movement. Because I tell you this, honey, when I tell you that things are about to get so amazing, things are so amazing. Things are amazing, but you have a part to be a part of all of that's taking place now rather than later is when you want to move, right? And so get in contact with them, being a part of the movement will be amazing for you. And you'll see that it'll end up being everywhere. So before it gets everywhere, the smart thing to do is be a part of it now. Okay, so listen, y'all, I want to thank you for watching. Until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life. Be blessed, y'all.
I'm a millionaire, money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it. I'm a millionaire. Get your money. Get your money.